In 1898, in Tsavo, Kenya, wild big cats hunted and attacked railway workers. It wasn't just that they hunted the men, but it was the manner in which they did it, teaming up to draw attention away from the other, while one of the cats dragged workers away. The story was made into a movie called Ghost in the Darkness, starring Michael Douglas and Val Kilmer. Attacks like these are just one of the many reasons that we do not try to milk lions and tigers. But today we have the next best thing. A product developed in 1960 which touts itself as the original nutrition bar. The Tiger's Milk Bar strides into the arena today to take on two worthy competitors. Will it earn its stripes with a resounding victory, or will it whimper away with its tail between its legs? You tried it! You tried that. Tiger's Milk. Nick Novak with my pals. Chad Hancock.
Howdy.
Nick Egger.
Hello.
We usually theme these damn things now. And there's no theme to these snacks. So,
well, just in general, how do you guys feel about tigers? Where would you put them on your Mount Catmore? Are they even on there? For big cats, I mean.
I do think when you go to the zoo, I'm a big bear fan like Chad, but I think going to the big cat exhibition, big cat house is usually is one thing I look forward to the most. I think they're actually like a legit, cool, interesting animal.
Yeah, but I mean, there's better cats, right? Like cheetah. Cheetah's probably top big cat for me. Because they're so fucking fast. They're so fast, dude.
You don't get to watch them run, though.
Yeah.
You do.
Pace around.
At the San Diego Zoo, you do. They have a thing where they're like, it's like a cheetah run, and you just sit there, and first they have a dog run the course, because, I don't know, it makes the cheetah feel better about it, or whatever.
What?
And then...
Because it gets to chase a dog and eat it?
No, it's the cheetah's, like, dog friend. And then they have the cheetah go, and the person's like, don't try to take a picture on your cell phone because it's going to be over before you like snap. Like the announcer's basically just trying to tell people to live in the moment. And you see the cheetah like run across the field and it takes like half a second. It's done. So I think cheetah's number one.
You enjoy seeing the great, powerful cheetah reduced to some minstrel show for your amusement in an enclosure.
Yeah, that's right. Then I put lion, I think number 2. No, take that back. Snow leopard number 2, because it's pretty cool. It's like white. You see those videos of it jumping through the mountain. Lion 3, tiger 4. That's my stack ranking. There are the big cats.
Okay.
Leopard's not even on there. Fuck leopards.
I'm like, aren't there more than 4 cats?
What about panthers? Panthers look pretty cool because they're like pure black. And I have a soft part in my heart for panthers because of UWM, my mascot, my alma mater is a panther. Famously, we call, in fact, the hilarious mascot. I've told the story before, but Novak knows this. Our mascot looked like shit in college. Like the guy who like wobbled out in a dilapidated costume, and his name was Victor E. Like, get it, like Victory. But for some reason, we just kept calling him Panther E, and I don't have any idea why. And it wasn't that funny, but it was at the time. So I have a soft spot for panthers. I would put panthers probably above snow leopards. But it's just my dig.
I have never put any thought into ranking big cats.
You know which big cat can go blow itself? Fucking jaguars. Jaguars suck. Am I right?
That's right.
All right. Great.
Novak, you were a big fan of Andreas Galarraga, weren't you? A joke one person that listens to this podcast will understand.
I think if you put a jaguar doesn't always get to follow a dog like in the show. Like the cheetah looks great when it follows up the shitty slow dog that nobody wants to see. So it's easy.
What should it race against? Like a deer or something? Or like a rabbit? What else is fast? A greyhound maybe? What is a fast dog?
Carl Lewis.
Carl Lewis. Now, I don't think Carl Lewis now was like 60.
Carl Lewis has been my like go-to for fast person for 30 years.
What they should do is setting him up first should be Chad in a Lambo, and then right after that should be a cheetah.
That's right. Yeah. Yeah, cheetah's way faster than me in Lambo.
I would love to just see...
Because they would never even let me set foot in a Lambo. So it's a non-starter.
I'd love to just see a starting line and like a cheetah strolls up and gets in starting position, and then Chad rolls up like just with this Lambo with shades on, just revving his Lambo engine.
And then the cheetah strolls over and like taps on the window and makes an intimidating face and like gives a thumbs out, and so I just okay, and I crawl out and the cheetah hops in the Lambo and drives away.
You would immediately get out of a safe car if a cheetah instructed you to?
It's Top Cat, dude. It's Top Cat. I got no choice.
Top Cat. That's true. Never thought of it that way.
But then the end of that commercial is the cheetah's like pulling away. He's wearing the shades. But then Chad's head like comes up like he was blowing Cheetah, and Cheetah pushes his head back down.
Yeah, Cheetah's like, now you're the one that's following the dog, and just pushes my head back
down. You get out, the cheetah taps on the glass again and points you back in. Is that what happened? You had to go, you're not done.
The only thing that's fast about me is how I run. Get back in here.
Yeah, and then we see like Carl Lewis get up and then like get out of the car, and then you had to get in and take his place.
Cool. All right, so I'm blowing a cheetah. What else?
There's no transition to the story I was going to tell, but so at my work, I work with a variety of different age people, sometimes adults, sometimes younger kids, and so they're instituting a new thing. I think they had always planned to institute this, but there's a push now for wellness, and especially during the tougher times, and so they want everyone in the place to do some meditation at some point during the day. And so different people have to lead these sessions where I'm just reading from a scripted thing. Like it's a program that's a different thing each day. They teach you the techniques. So all I have to do is open to whatever page they tell me and read off the meditation. And so a lot of it's done online now. They still want us to do it through Zoom. So the day I'm doing it, I am assigned to the group of teens. And so I go to the Zoom, and it is 5 teenage girls in the Zoom. That's it. And me, I'm going to read them the meditation, which is fine. I work with this same group before. And so I did not preview the meditation at all. Because I had heard it, like someone had run through it with us, and it's make sure you feel your feet flat on the floor, and like notice your shoulders, and just stuff like that. And so the intro of it, the first couple lines, and I have it written down word for word, is, I think it's the second line. You will be relaxing and noticing how each part of your body feels as I draw attention to it. As I say this to these, I immediately stopped and like looked around all on sides of me, and I was waiting for the Zoom button to ding, and it said like admit Chris Hansen, and I was like,
You just say that, a SWAT team immediately busts down your door.
Why did you bring this 6-pack of wine coolers to the Zoom call? You were just going to talk to the girl.
So the next part I just made up was like, notice the reader reading directly from the book and not ad-libbing at all.
Notice the SWAT team backing out because they have the wrong house. They were looking for the guy blowing a cheetah. Back on out, SWAT team.
So I did go to my boss later, and I told him, like, this is not right. You know, I'm like, I can't be doing this. And he just laughed. He's like,
right.
Yeah, you should probably switch up some of those lines next time. But
Remove your shirt. All will be well. Wait, what the hell?
Who wrote this? I have to keep reading it. It's my job.
Don't fire me. Your boss just pops up in the Zoom and just points and says, reads. I'm like, no, I guess.
Have you guys had...
So,
oh, go ahead.
I was going to ask, do you think the meditation is working? Like, what's your view on it?
I definitely... So we had to go through it a little bit, like a training for it. And at first you're like...
You had to notice all the parts of your body.
I noticed all the parts of right. Carl Lewis was reading it. And no, so I definitely went into it like, this is stupid. And then I'll just go through the motions. But then as I start going through it and like telling you to relax this part of your body, relax that, like you do start noticing, well, I actually do probably feel like pretty tense. And I could see how this would be really helpful. I should do this all the time and then like proceed to never do it. But like, I see why it would definitely be beneficial. Have you guys had stuff at your work that you've had to either do meditation or something similar to that, weird work experience like that? Like a massage, for example? Chad?
No, I did get, I mean, it wasn't that weird of an experience, but they have, one of the things is they have massage, or at least back when I used to go into the office, right? They had like a massage therapist in the office that you could go to. And they, every year on your anniversary of working at the company, so the massage is not free, right? Costs money, obviously. But on the anniversary, they will give you massage credits, which is like enough credits to go get like one massage. So after I'd been at the company for a year, I decided to go get one of the massages. And it's like a full body massage. Like you get down, like face down on the table. You're in, just your underwear or whatever. And then they do the massage. It's fine. But like, I just absolutely hated it. I don't know what it was. I'm not a big massage guy. Like I haven't gotten a lot of massages in my life. So maybe this is just a bad massage. But like the woman felt like she was like shoving my skin underneath my shoulder blade, like on my back, and like just kept trying to like push it under, like, no, the skin needs to get further under the shoulder blade, like it just seemed like really intense, and didn't feel great. So I've never gotten another massage since then. I have like now 13 years worth of massage credits built up that I feel like I'm never going to use.
What was she? Why was she trying to do that? You just felt like that's what it was, or that was her intent?
No, I'm pretty sure that's what it was. She had like a crowbar underneath my shoulder blade to like lift it up a little bit more.
Those Buffalo
How
Bills.
much skin did you have to put in there? You must have a fucking bag of loose skin piling all into that one little sack under your shoulder.
It puts the skin under the shoulder blade.
all of the dad part of my body is focused on my upper back for some reason. So I'm like svelte, 6-pack cum gutters, but just like a super fat back that she was just shoving skin under.
Look at this chubby ass back this guy's got.
Yeah, I don't know. Do you guys like massages? I don't get them.
I feel uncomfortable. The first one I had, my wife and I went on like a 4-day weekend kind of thing. And I had just gotten my wisdom teeth out, so I was like popping Vicodin quite a bit. So maybe I was just kind of a little bit out of it. But I just feel it was like quiet, and like I just kept trying to talk to the lady, and she kept going like, "It's probably better to be quiet." Like she probably just didn't want to fucking talk to me. I wasn't being obnoxious. I was just like, my face is on the pillow, and I was just like, "Oh, so how's your week?" And so, I just, and they're playing like Enya and stuff. And she's like, some people like to relax. And you're like, fuck you, Brenda, or whatever. Like, I'll do what I want. I paid for this
Some people like to relax. Some people like to shut the fuck up when they're getting relaxed.
So she started jabbing my skin under my shoulder blade really violently. I was like, what the fuck? And then I didn't get another one for a while. And I don't like, because if I feel uncomfortable, like, it's just weird, some person I don't know giving me a massage. But I did end up I've had 2 since, and mostly because I would get these really bad knots in my back, and my back just felt all locked up. So I would like go and just for like not medical reasons, but to feel better. And those did help. And like the lady that did that was like really cool. And she like dug into my back. It was not like a relaxing, peaceful massage. She was like elbowing me and like
she got so much skin into your shoulder blade. It was
so much skin.
Yeah.
I had so much fat skin just laying around, and she tucked so much of it away. And then I was like, so anyway, how's your week? And she's like, haven't they fucking told you to shut up? And she starts stuffing my skin into my mouth so I couldn't talk. She was like, oh. But
she got so many folds of skin down my throat. I just had to shut the fuck up.
Yeah. I generally go ahead.
No, I just say I find them kind of uncomfortable, but it is because I'm just like, I'm not really a let's sit here in a quiet room and reflect kind of guy. That's not my thing.
I also like have not wanted massages before. I don't seek them out or like them that much. I've had to go get some when I had various back problems, like more of a doctor says you need to go get a massage. Now, the one benefit I got from it was that it slightly increased my ability to give a massage, like to my wife. But however, because I just picked up a few things, I'm like, oh, they're doing this, that might be good. So then
you figured out how to properly separate the shoulder blades from the skin so you get more in there.
And so when I went to do it, like I had some new things, but I still, under any rating scale, am fucking terrible at giving the massage too. And so I know even when my wife's like, oh, how about a massage? Like a couple minutes in, I'm like, you can't be enjoying this. This is dog shit. Like you can't. Do you guys think you have any particular skill on the opposite end?
We cut to Novak. He's just rubbing her face, just like moving her face around.
I think Laura just doesn't have a fat enough back. I think that's the problem.
Yeah,
like, she really needs to fatten that back up.
That's all. This is the only technique I know.
Yeah, I can't imagine I'm any good at giving massages with these fucking like I got super rough, dry bear paws for hands. Like, there's no way that would feel remotely good.
You sound hot as shit after this episode, Chad. Yeah, I got a fat, sloppy back, raw bare hands. I sucked off a cheetah. It's so hot.
Look, none of the three of us know anything about pleasing a woman physically or emotionally.
No. I'll lay Betsy down for a nice massage, and I'll just start like rubbing her back. I'll be like, "So how's your week?" And she's like, "Some of us like to relax." Hey, and I turn on really loud rap music. How's your week?
It's sort of funny that the massage therapist said that to you, because that's the same thing. Like when I got in the Lambo and I was like, "Oh, Cheetah, you gonna drive the Lambo around?" And he goes, "Some of us like to relax." Just shut my head down.
Oh, it's really nice.
All right, let's eat some snacks. We've got 3 snacks. We rate them on a 5-point scale. I love that. Like that. Indifferent to that. Dislike that.
For the record, I'd like to tell the listeners, we literally spend at least 10 minutes every time trying to figure out an intro topic. We did not plan on talking about Chad sucking up a cheetah. I just want everyone to know. That was not premeditated.
Look, I'm just talking about my day-to-day life, okay? Just keeping it real, that's all.
Geiger's it better
people like to hear.
Geiger's it better for you if we eat the almonds first or last?
Yes, knock them out.
Okay.
Yeah, if you don't mind.
Okay, these are... Chad, tell us what the hell they are, because it's all not named.
This is a Korean snack I found at the local liquor store. It's a Murgerbon, and is the brand, and these are milk tea almonds. So it doesn't say that anywhere on the package. I actually had to like Google Murgerbon and like look at images until I found what it was. So it's just a package with some individual almonds that have like a kind of powdery coating on them. It's not. It is actually a pretty milk tea-ish flavor, right? Like it sort of replicates. I drink a lot of milk tea, and it kind of replicates that flavor, all right.
I think it's I think it's perfectly accurate flavor. I think it's right on.
This is just milk tea is just tea with milk in it, right? It's not like a flavor of tea. I don't drink tea at all.
Well, There are specific like types of brews that are like, milk tea is like, the specific, like you can
Right.
buy like a Chinese milk tea or a Japanese milk tea or whatever. Um, but yeah, so I don't think it's just like you just don't just take like any old tea and just throw milk in it and be like, now it's a milk tea.
Okay.
You know what I mean? It has to be like kind of black
Yeah.
tea.
Right.
I probably should know. I don't.
I feel less dumb now.
Geiger, you're up first.
Yeah. I only ate one, obviously, because almonds give me a little bit of verklemtness. I thought it tasted good. If that's what milk tea tastes like, it was a good taste. Um, I like almonds. I like mixed nuts. The taste isn't overly powerful. It's sweet, but it's not like overly sweet to where it's gross. I don't know if I could eat like a whole bag of these at once, but I think it was tasty. I'd give this a solid like that. These are pleasant.
All right, like that to start. Chad, you agree?
I do agree. Yeah, these get a like that from me too. The flavor, like I said, is on point. It's pleasing. But Geiger's totally right. I couldn't eat this entire bag. But I was able to eat about half a dozen just now. I think that's pretty good. And I don't even really love almonds, but there's not a very strong almond flavor here. So yeah, I think these are pretty good.
Well, we are all right in line here because I agree with everything you guys said. It's a nice, subtle flavor. I do like almonds quite a bit. I think the almonds are good. The milk tea flavor is good. It's a welcome visitor. A little surprised. I was not expecting that right out of the bat from these.
Me neither,
almonds.
actually.
Me neither.
Yeah.
Next, we'll do Tiger's Milk last. We're going to do the Toffifay. So most people have probably seen this. When you see the package, it's more familiar than the name, I think. So it's a whole hazelnut, caramel, hazelnut cream, and chocolate. So in the package, there are 4 little individual slots with the hazelnut in it, and the hazelnut is filled with caramel cream and chocolate.
It's a very elaborate package. So it's just like a half sphere, what you're getting, and then like the bottom half looks like is the caramel. There's a little chocolate on top.
In the middle is the nut and some other filling, nougat or something like that. I'm guessing.
Yeah.
I know I've had a hazelnut flavored thing. I just can't recall eating just straight up hazelnuts before.
So that's hazelnut cream inside. I looked it up.
Mm-hmm.
And well, we have hazelnut. My wife loves Nutella. So do my kids. It's okay. I'd rather just have chocolate, but
I love Nutella.
yeah.
But hazelnuts themselves, like, I don't know, whatever. Like, I guess I just don't, outside of peanuts, I just don't really dig on nuts that much. There is a whole hazelnut inside this thing, but it's not very big, so that kind of doesn't mean anything.
Yeah, it's like the size of like a shelled peanut. Like it's pretty small. So Chad, you're up first. What do you think?
Well, they're okay. I don't love the consistency here. It's kind of maybe a little too chewy. That's probably from the caramel. It's okay. I mean, it's not bad. But I just don't think there's anything kind of special one way or the other here. I would never buy them again. Not even really sure if I'm going to finish the package. Maybe I will. Depends on how desperate I am or how badly I want to get the taste of cheetah come out of my mouth. But I'm going to go ahead and give it an indifferent to that.
Okay. Whew. I think it's a really tough rating.
Yeah.
I think I liked it more upon first bite than I do afterwards. I think the hazelnut is kind of leaving like a not so great of an aftertaste in my mouth. The chocolate save it. If there's no chocolate in there, I don't think I'd want to eat it at all. So I can't just give it a decent rating just in the chocolate because I'm not wanting to eat any more of them. It's not bad. It's just it's tough. So I am gonna slide it down a little bit just into a high level indifferent to that. But I could see it going either way. Geiger, which way are you gonna go?
You're muted.
Is that the way you're gonna go? Silent?
Silent but deadly.
I've been on mute this whole time. In fact, I said a few other things. Never mind. I turned it off to get the thing out of the package. I'm like, I remember saying like, oh, it's hazelnut cream, not nougat. And everyone just like didn't say a word. I'm like, okay, never mind. Now you'll never get. No, I already gave my rating. You can't hear it. You'll have to guess now. It is. It was that masseuse came in and she like turned off my mic so that I couldn't talk anymore. Some people want to relax on this podcast.
The masseuse is our new editor.
Yeah.
It's now just me and Novak talking, and then like every now and then 20 seconds of silence.
Every week you introduce me, I say hey, and then you don't hear me, and again to the end when I go, yep. No, it's fine. It's the thing I taste the most out of this is the caramel to me, and caramel's fine. I'm not a huge caramel guy. It's all right. It's really gummy, and then you're right, Novak, in that like the hazelnut leaves or something. Maybe it's the caramel, but it leaves just kind of this weird lingering aftertaste. So it's fine. I mean, it's not. I could eat them. They're. It's a sweet candy. It's not a big deal, but. I'd probably just give it a indifferent to that. It's. I'm not thrilled. It's fine.
All right, 2 full. We're getting a lot of full agreement.
Yeah.
Like the last 4 or 5 episodes. I don't know if that is because we've been doing this so long that our tastes are now just all melding into one.
Yeah. Are we just slowly becoming the same person?
I hope not. That means I blew a cheetah.
Yeah,
we suddenly morphed into each other's minds like, oh god, no, the horror! I just sink to my knees.
My master plan all along has just been able to hold it over your guys' heads that you also blew a cheetah. So we did 200 episodes of a podcast just to do that.
Your master plan was to blow a cheetah a bunch of times, so eventually I'd also have to experience what it's like? You hate me that much?
That's right.
Dumbest supervillain ever. Oh man, those guys are so screwed.
All right, we've got a different segment today. We're doing a Drink Dat, which we have not done in a while. My wife coming in fucking commando style behind the camera.
Once a week, I just see like peering eyes from behind your chair trying to sneak in.
Yeah, she wants to grab the snacks before bed. So,
hi, Laura.
What's up, Laura?
You could say they'll hear you.
Oh, hi.
All right, so You Drank Dat, which we have not done in a long time, and it's a perfectly timed energy drink at what is now 11 o'clock at night for Geiger night. So we've had this for a while, this Coke Energy drink. Who was the first one that bought this and then hoped we'd all drink it?
Well, I think we talked about it. I feel like somebody sent out a text like, "Oh, look at this," and then I happened to see it at the store, so I bought it. And then no one else did for like 6 months. And this is not even the one that we're trying. I had bought the sugar-free one, and I think Chad bought the regular one, and I'm like, you know what? I'd rather drink the regular one anyway. So this. They have a couple varieties of this. This is the standard Coke energy drink. They also make a Coke Zero version and probably a Diet Coke, I'm guessing. But
I saw the Diet Coke in there.
Or maybe cherry.
They had all 3 flavors in the gas station when I picked this up.
So energy drinks in general. Geiger, why do I feel like you're an energy drink man? Are you?
Not really. There was a brief period of time when I was working at Lone Star and bartending and stuff and just not sleeping right, that I started drinking like Monster energy drinks a little bit, but I just didn't like how they made me feel. And they taste like shit. Like I had a Red Bull a couple times. I'm like, who drinks this regularly? This is horrible.
I thought, Chad, you drink Red Bull did you tell us you drank it?
I think I told us before. I drank Rockstar actually.
Okay,
that was it.
And they had Rockstar. I used to drink it at my work when I first started at my job. I would drink it a lot, and it wasn't just like these are what is this 12-ounce can? You know, the normal Red Bulls are like 8 ounce, but the Rockstars I was drinking were 16 ounce. So I'd put one of those back, and then pretty soon I started putting 2 of those back before lunch. And then I remember...
And then you could run as fast as the cheetah. You're outrunning the cheetah.
that was the whole point.
That's how you guys met.
Yeah.
Hey, dude, nice Lambo. Rawr.
Hey, you got a Lambo, I'm on board. That's all it takes to woo me, let me tell you. Man, woman, beast, I don't care. So, yeah, so then there was one day I remember that I had a third one, and then I remember sitting at my desk, and I could, like, feel my heart, like, trying to escape my body, you know? Like, it was, like, shaking back and forth up against my rib cage and stuff. And I'm like, I just sat there thinking, like, all right, this isn't good. And that was the last one I ever had. Like, I quit cold turkey right there.
That was the day of the work meditation.
Yeah. I needed to feel that part of my body, and that was the end result.
I remember I have had a couple kickstarts. The Mountain Dew energy drinks. They've, like, the days after we've had happy hours and stuff at work. Sometimes when we're all coming in a little sluggish, we'll have some of those.
Yeah, let's hear that.
I don't recall you drinking energy drink one. I don't think. Have you ever had them?
I've had Red Bulls before, on a very, very rare occasion, but never. I just, like, I'm not a caffeine in the morning person anyway. I don't drink coffee or anything, so he's getting that aroma going.
Yeah, everyone get a good whiff. Get a good whiff.
I look up at the camera and you guys are both wildly waving towards your nose.
I'm
getting notes of Coke.
I was just about to say that.
Oh, sorry.
Exactly that joke.
Sorry. You can use tannins. So, you want to do the tannins?
Yeah. Subtle tannins of energy drink.
All right. So what's the caffeine difference between one of these and a similar size Coke?
Does it even say what the caffeine is on this?
No.
Can.
Doesn't look like it now. Well, because I don't think energy drinks are just caffeine, right? It's guarine and all this other stuff that's supposed to naturally wake you up.
Right.
It's caffeine.
Does it how close does it taste to regular Coke is the question.
I haven't even tried it yet.
It's not far off. It just doesn't have the take the part of Coke that is pleasant away.
The sugar. It tastes like someone poured a Red Bull into a Coke. It's got a little, but it's like weaker than Red Bull. Red Bull tastes like medicinal piss, and this tastes like Coke with, like, a little bit of, like, whatever that Red Bull flavor is, like a real weak variant of Red Bull.
Right. Whew. Okay.
I don't know.
We don't use a 5-point scale for our drink dats. So Chad, what's our scale?
Yeah. So this is an energy drink. As you guys know, energy drinks are a stimulant. So
energy is a stimulant.
Energy is a stimulant, as you know.
Oh man, I was getting so high on energy the other day.
Just snorted 3 lines of energy. So we're gonna do a stimulant based rating scale, a 3-point scale here. So these are all stimulants. So starting at the bottom, meth, our middle level, ecstasy, and our top level, Coke.
Nice.
So if you like this Coke energy drink, you give it a Coke.
Got it.
Yup.
Just wanted to make sure that joke was clear.
All right, I'll go first. I do like energy. It stimulates me. Mm-hmm. To stick a fork into a light socket. This
twirl it around. Make sure you get a light meatball too.
It does taste Coke-ish in that. I mean, I can tell it's a Coke energy drink, so the flavor is there.
Because it says it on the can?
If I was blindfolded, I think I could still say that.
Yep, I'm a drinking something.
So I do like the flavor of regular Coke. Like some people just don't like soda in general. I do really like regular Coke. And this reminds me of it a little bit, but it is taking away the best part of it, that nice sugary sweetness. Um, as far as energy drinks go, I'd rather drink this than say a Red Bull. I think we tried like some kind of a blue Red Bull at some point, at one point on the podcast, and this is better than that. That just tasted like I remember it was blue, and I just said it tasted like whatever the hell blue tasted like. Like it just was so overly sweet and gross. This is not that bad and not that good. I'm going to give it, which makes no sense. I'm going to say this is ecstasy, but that doesn't mean that it's very good. It means that it's very middle of the road. Okay.
Great.
What do you think, Geiger?
Well, if anyone should know about energy, it's NRG, Nicholas Richard Geiger. And let me tell you what, this is okay. I too really enjoy regular Coke. I too also don't enjoy energy drinks. This is taking something I don't enjoy, putting it in something I do, and Novak hit on the head of like it takes away. The good part about Coke is that it's super sweet. Let's just be honest about that. And this is not super sweet. It's sweet, but there's that weird Red Bull taste in my back of my throat. So I guess if I'm going to split the difference, like of something I like and something I don't like, again, I would also drink this over a lot of energy drinks out here because it's enough like Coke to make me think I'm not drinking that. But I would definitely drink something like Kickstart better. It would just taste like sugary fruit juice. So on the positive side, we'll be able to stay up all night. On the negative side, we'll be able to stay up all night drinking all this. I'll give this an aptly titled ecstasy, which again means mediocre in this rating scale.
Yeah.
Chad?
That is what that means. I think you guys are on crack because I don't think this tastes like Coke at all. I don't notice any Coke in here. This thing is revolting, and the aftertaste is even worse. I think this is way worse than like drinking. I'd way rather drink a Red Bull or a Rockstar because then at least I know what I'm drinking, right? This one has, I know it says it's real sugar. We didn't get like the aspartame version or whatever, but that aftertaste tastes like the gross aftertaste that I get after I drink a Diet Coke or like a Coke Zero or something. I think it's foul. This thing is absolutely disgusting. I never want to drink it again. This is an easy methamphetamines for me.
I know you waited for the crack line to say we're on crack. I was so waiting for like a second or third one to say something like, you really got to weed out the good from the bad energy drinks.
When you're blowing a cheetah, don't go too low or you might hit the cheetah's crack.
How fucking low are you? What?
Jesus. It's all the way under its tail. How is he sitting in this Lambo and his butthole exposed?
I'm just really in tune with the parts of the cheetah's body. That's all I can say.
All right. Well, 2 ecstasies and a meth for the Coke energy drink. And we have got one snack left to see if it can take the title. And it's the Tiger's Milk, which we have given a lot of credit to. It was kind of the star of the show here. Let's see if it can win the day. Now, this Tiger's Milk energy bar is the only one I researched at all. It was apparently started in the 60s, as I mentioned. And there was only 3 lines in Wikipedia about this thing. One of it was when it was started, by what company, and the other one was boasting that in this competition where they ate 30 nutrition bars, it was one of the 6 voted most edible. Like that's the vote.
That was an award?
I know. But that's all they were looking for is which one of these can we actually fucking eat and not puke?
Where did the birthday cake Fit Crunch bar land? Heaviest?
I mean, that Wikipedia page was for sure written by like their one PR person or whatever who was like, oh shit, we don't have a page. Talk about how edible it was.
This is a nutrition bar. The first ingredient listed is high fructose corn syrup. So don't tell me how healthy this thing is.
I mean, it's coated in chocolate. You can smell it immediately when you open. And I gotta say, this tiger on the front, he's very jaunty looking. I want to be friends with this guy.
Was he giving you a heart on there? Cat chaser?
I want to slide into his Maserati. Let's put it that way.
And it's DMs.
His DMs.
It's
I
chocolate
want to
on the
slide into
outside.
his TMs. Tiger milk.
It's chocolate on the outside, peanut butter on the inside, which should be a very easy combo. But man, it smells just like those nutrition bars we've had.
Spoiler alert, it's not easy. It's bad.
God
How
damn it.
top 6 edible.
What was number 7? A piece of bark? A tire?
Oh, I had higher hopes for this. I really did.
You had high
Me
hopes
too.
for a nutrition bar named Tiger's Milk. You did, huh? Just pinned all your hopes and dreams on this fucker, huh?
Seemed to be different than the rest. It wasn't.
Well, it's certainly about 1/50th the size of the Fit Crunch bar, so
That's true.
it's got that going for it. Wow.
Geiger throwing up. Are you all right?
I just had a coughing fit.
Oh. I just saw you duck below camera. I'm like, he is either throwing up or blowing a cheetah or something, but I can't tell.
One less cheetah walking around with a load. Let's just say that.
Is that a problem? Cheetahs?
Cheetahs can't run that fast if they're all blue balled. Everyone knows that.
Those loads really weighing them down when they're chasing dogs across the field.
What the fuck are we talking about?
The announcer's like, all right, don't bother taking a picture of this camera because the cheetah's too fast. Oh, wait, the cheetah hasn't come today. All right, everybody get your cameras out.
Speaking of massages, I actually was at the zoo. We saw rhinos fucking. It was like
What?
one rhino was up. Yeah.
Why does that have to do with massages?
Because it looked like the one rhino was giving the other rhino a back rub because it was like up against a rock and the other rhino's, behind him, like doing the biz.
Just trying to shove that plate armor underneath the rhino's shoulder blade.
He's taking his horn and shoving it under the whole shoulder blade. And like, I remember there's a big ring of people all taking pictures, and my sisters didn't know what was going on. They were younger. And I remember my dad, like, very embarrassingly, like, oh, let's just get out of here. Just get out. My dad was so mortified at the prospect of animals fucking. And so, I was cracking up because my I think one of my sisters was like, what are they doing? And my dad's like, one's giving the other one a back rub. And then the rhino turned around and was like, so how was your week? And the other started But I remember
the second one's like, some people like to relax. Shut up.
So the one rhino pulled out the male, obviously.
What?
And...
How detailed of a shot did you get?
No, hold on. You never saw my scrapbook I made about this?
Then he pulled out and jerked off for a little bit, and then he went back in.
The rhino had a giant wang. And
like,
so
I want to come on your rhino
crowd...
titties.
No. And then the crowd just started applauding, and one woman real loud yells. Yeah, and
what is
one
this
woman.
Story?
No, one woman really, really loudly goes, "Oh hell yeah!" And I just couldn't stop laughing. I could not stop laughing. My dad looked like he wanted to get in a Lambo and speed out of that place. That's true. I swear to God.
You get it done Rhino! High five!
So yeah, that's my massage story.
Just I would describe as the Rhino stopping fucking us. Just he pulled out.
Well, he was
Maybe he was just done.
He was practicing safe sex.
Oh man!
Wow.
Anyway, tiger's milk.
That was so good. All right, Geiger, you're first. What do you think?
Yeah. Why am I drinking this shitty energy? It's open in front of me.
I keep drinking it too. I don't know why.
Yeah. I'll cut to the quick. This stuff sucks. It's not good. It's better than some other energy bar or like nutrition bars. It's like Beats. Like we had the chocolate peanut butter bar for the Fit Crunch thing, and it definitely tastes better than that. I think. I don't really remember. But as Chad also pointed out, it's not the size of a dumbbell either, so that helps.
Right.
Having said that, it's not good. The chocolate's bad. It doesn't taste like peanut butter. It tastes like every other of those like mealy casein whey powder bullshit things they put in here. So I would give this a dislike that. It's not revolting. Chad will tell you it's revolting in about 5 minutes. However, it's not horrid. Like I couldn't eat it. It's just not good. So I'll give it a strong dislike that for me.
Chad?
Okay, so you're right. It's not as bad as some of those other ones that we have tried. And there was a brief second when I first bit into it when I was like, just for a split second, when I was like, But then like I started working that quote unquote peanut butter like around in my mouth.
Here we go.
And it was just was all downhill from there. It was like off a cliff immediately. This thing's disgusting. It really is.
That's what I was waiting for.
And I thought about giving it a dislike that, but because that chocolate and peanut butter combination is something that's so near and dear to my heart, that it just offends me on a moral level that this thing even exists. That's enough for me to give it a hate dat.
Geiger, you said something. You said it's not revolting. That's where you were dead wrong. It is extremely revolting. It's nauseating. It's so bad. The only way these nutrition bars can be any good is if they throw a little fruit in there. It's the only way they can save these things. When they just try to do it with sweet tasting things, it fails miserably. I could not take another bite of this thing. The fact that it's chocolate and peanut butter, and I'm with Chad on this, is even more infuriating because it should be a combination that you just don't fuck with, and they did. I think it's terrible. I'm so sick of eating these stupid well, you called it mealy. They're mealy. That is it. I don't know how else to describe it. It's like chalky. It's gross. Man, there has to be some other way to get whatever the hell you want to get from this bar nutrition-wise. The protein, the whatever else, the whey, like the casein, whatever you need. Find some other way to get it.
I gotta have my fucking casein, man. I need my casein.
There people do.
You told me the first casein was free, but now I'm hooked.
So I hate that for me. So a dislike and 2 hates. The winner this week is the almonds. So surprise, surprise. I would have picked them last. I would have been dead wrong on that one.
Yeah, me too.
I do think there's something to the target market for these nutrition bars probably don't eat candy. Like they're like workout people. And so like to them, this is delicious because it's the closest thing they'll ever have to an actual candy bar. It's got to be the only way they're in business.
Could be.
Yeah. You think so? Guys, I'm just filling time. It's called a podcast.
Maybe.
I'm not going to pretend to know how somebody who's fit thinks.
Yeah, that's true. I don't have any idea. I'd ask Carl Lewis when his mouth's full. So,
what's he doing?
Oh, he's tonguing a bobcat's asshole.
What?
He moved on. I don't know. He has his heart broken by the cheetah.
He loves the big cats, I guess.
Wait, why are we acting incredible? Wait, what? Like
what
everything else about
fuck?
this episode was fine, but I do that one. Huh? I don't get it, man.
I'm incredulous because Geiger, I'm the one that blows the big cats, not Carl Lewis. Get it straight.
Just you?
Just me, baby. I cornered the marketplace.
That's my shtick, Lewis. Back off.
Back the fuck off, Lewis. You run fast, I blow cats.
But I don't run fast anymore. That's what he says. I still blow them.
Yeah. I'll never stop blowing these cats.
What are we doing?
All right, Geiger, tell them where to contact us. They're dying to contact us.
If you'd like to contact PETA and let them know that Chad has been blowing cheetahs, then they can come harass him for it. Or commend him for it because he's providing them with pleasure. I can't tell which way they'd go there. Or if you have a Lambo and want to rent it out to a cheetah, you can get a hold of us at youtrydat@gmail.com. We are on YouTube. We are on Instagram. We have a Facebook group, You Tried Dat, and we are obviously on Twitter, #YouTriedThat. Let us know what you think of these snacks. If you know of a nutrition bar that is actually good, we'd be really curious to test it out, maybe. But it would be, if you really, really swear up and down that it is tasty, let us know what it is. We'll try to find it, and maybe we can see if we can break the curse. Or don't. These things suck usually. But yeah, thanks for listening, and we'll hopefully hear you listening to it. Well, we won't hear you listening. We hope you listen next week.
That's not how listening works.
Listening's a two-way street.
Would you stop listening so loud? People like to concentrate over here. So you're going in for a massage, and do you prefer the masseuse? You get 3 choices: either shut the fuck up, be talkative, and ask you a lot about what's going on, or just the middle of the road, like a few sure is nice weather type of thing.
I would want minimal, no conversation. Like, it's the same when I would go in for a haircut, right? Like, I don't want the barber talking to me at all. I want complete silence so I can just zone out. In the case of a massage, maybe I can fall asleep, take a nap or something, and then wake up to intense back pain. But yeah, it's always that case with like strangers that are I just don't ever want to talk to them. I'm pretty sure they don't want to talk to me either because I'm obnoxious. So, you know.
Wake up 3 hours later, shoulder blades piled high with skin. Whoa, what the hell happened?
Just folded it 30 times over.
I think I'd take middle of the road. I don't want to like blabbermouth, but like I obviously display it. I'd like to talk a little bit. It's weird. The only time I don't like interacting with people is, you just nailed it, Chad, is haircuts. I want to sit there. I want you to cut my hair and I want to get out of here. I don't like talking then. But like, I would like to talk to him like quietly or like a little bit.
Wow. I think it'd be the other way around, that you would want people not to talk to you during the massage because your face is like face down on a thing. And
yeah, it is weird. Yeah, I'm muffled. I can't really see them. I think it's more also I'd worry I'd fall asleep because then I remember, this is true. When the first time I went in, I was petrified that I'd fall asleep and then like fart a bunch, like in my sleep. And I just thought that'd be embarrassing. So if I'm awake, I can control the sphincter pressure and I won't let one go.
Mm-hmm.
I think I want the middle of the road, just because of the situation. Like, just dead quiet seems too weird for that, like, intimate of a environment. So I think I'd want middle of the road, just for them to at least pretend it's not totally miserable for them, which I assume it is. So I have like really pointy, jaunty, like bones sticking out, and they're probably hurting themselves on them.
You guys are both real Lovecrafty and nightmares here. Folds of skin, Skeletor over here. I fart a lot.
I had like what is way worse is I'd gone to a chiropractor at some point, which I know people go to these things all the time. It was just, I went a couple times like during a bout of back pain, and it's like fucking frightening how much they just lean on top of you and are cracking your bones all over the place. And I'm like, this cannot be right. I have no idea how people go through with this all the time, but like I was scared out of my fucking mind. And they're just like the people who do it, like the guy who did it, I'm pretty sure was on crack, and he's just like super like energetic, like he was high on energy, and like just, here, now we're gonna do this, like just lean over here, and I'm like my body's like cracking, I'm like what the fuck.
Did it help?
You walk in, he's just licking the electric outlets, like, all right, let's get started. Yeah.
So have you guys had? Did you have to go to a chiropractor ever?
No, thank God, never.
I just went to massage a couple times. It's never been that bad.
I did have that same problem as you, Geiger, when when I went to the haircut. Last time I went to get a haircut, and they were cutting my hair, and I just started like farting up a storm. And she was like, she's like, it's really hard to cut your hair when you're farting so much. And I'm like, oh, it's not me, it's the cheetah. I point over at the door. He's like, sorry.
He's eating a giant burrito. Yeah. I remember I was getting my hair cut, and the lady had like taken my head and like pinned it against her belly and was like cutting and like burped. This is true. And I'm like, and you it was like you could hear it because your head was like up against. And I'm like, and I looked up and she's like, sorry, I had like salmon for lunch or something. I'm like, I want to be out of this seat right now. And then 7 hours later, I came out. No, I'm kidding.
Why was the cheetah? Was the cheetah like dropping you off for the haircut and waiting at the door?
Yeah. He couldn't find parking, so he just parked in the handicap spot with the Lambo, and he was just sitting there waiting for me.
Hurry up and cut his hair so you can get back in the car and keep blowing me.
Yeah. He better look pretty when he's out.
Cheetah
right.
has become. We've officially turned the cheetah into a pervert.
Officially, we did that in our 3rd episode. Chester was a pervert, our very first pervert.
Was Chester the whole time?
No, this is a real cheetah. I don't blow cartoons.
Every single mascot, animal, or other creature in our immediate vicinity is a pervert. Don't you know that? Rhinos being perverts. People watching rhinos being perverts.
Rhino pulled out.
The rhino did. He was a gentleman about it. He was like, pardon me, madame. Sploosh. And the giant hog fell out.
Well, this was the fucking weirdest episode of all time.
It wasn't? Or is it just a normal episode for us? All right. I think we recommended eating almonds. All right. Is that correct? Is that what happened tonight? I don't really remember much. I was on mute for half of it, so I don't even know.
All right. Well, we'll call it there. We'll be back next time. We'll be trying out 3 brand new snacks.
Deuces.
Yep.